All right, so the first thing you want to start with if you're doing a room is your back wall. So I'm going to make a box. And this box can be in the middle, it can be to the side, it can be square, it can be rectangle, it can be whatever you want it to be. Okay, so now I have my box. This is going to be my back wall, and the way I'm going to get my vanishing point from this is I'm going to connect the diagonal points on this square, and where they meet in the middle, that's going to be my vanishing point. So now I can go back and erase this X because I no longer need it. And then I'm going to actually connect this new dot to the corner of my room. And I'm gonna make that line go off my paper. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. And you're gonna notice that not every time, it's not gonna line up with the corner of your paper every time you do this. It might if you get lucky, but you can just leave it like that. That way you don't have to worry about switching it around or whatever. So now I'm gonna look to start my door. So my door is going to be on this side of my paper, and all the stuff on the outer edges of my paper is gonna be what's closer to me, so it's gonna be bigger. So I'm gonna make this door rather big because it's on the whole way to the side of my paper. So here's my really big door. And then I'm also gonna draw another window over here, but I'm gonna make it small because it's further away from me. And then I'm gonna put another window that's a little bit bigger right here. Notice how the lines for these windows, they stay straight up and down. Both the windows and doors will always stay straight up and down. The tops and bottoms of each of those will all go towards the vanishing point. So that's what I'm gonna start to do now. I'm gonna line up my vanishing point and the corner of this, and now I have that line. Same thing here. I'm gonna line this up, draw that to the other line. I can now erase this stuff, and then I'm gonna do that with my door also. Okay, so there's my door, and then here's my window. You might want to also, inside your windows, add like maybe you want a panel, so you could draw a straight line through that, and then another straight line to the vanishing point. So there's a panel, okay? The only other requirement you have if you're doing a room is to have some sort of flooring. So the way I like to do this is, if you want the straight lines, is to measure this out first and make sure you have them all evenly spaced out, and you connect those lines with the vanishing point and extend those off of your paper. A lot of people want to do this and just draw straight lines, and this is not going to look like it's in perspective. So some people end up drawing them this way and drawing them straight towards, which is not correct. But if you make them go towards that vanishing point, that's going to make it look like it's in perspective. Okay, so that would be a complete room. And eventually you guys will be cutting out the windows and the doors, maybe even the walls or the ceiling, to give yourself a little bit of a fun background.